Hello, Cancer. Welcome to your reading. This is a timeless collective reading for anyone with major Cancer placements, or if you were just intuitively guided here, I'm sure there's a message for you as well. All right, we're going to jump right in and look at the experience that you're currently moving through as well as your general energy. Then we're going to go into what is helpful and unhelpful for you to be focusing on right now. And last but not least, we'll go into some more specific advice from Spirit as well as what might manifest in the next few months if you take that advice. So I'm feeling into which deck I want to use first here. I think I'm actually going to use tarot first. Usually I use oracle first, but for whatever reason, I'm feeling guided to start with tarot. That is definitely different. That is part of the message. All right, what is the experience that Cancer is currently moving through? What energy or experience is Cancer moving through? The Chariot. And 9 of Wands at the bottom of the deck. Wow. So you are literally busting out of some kind of painful pattern. I feel like you're doing this completely on your own. Your willpower, your drive, your determination to get yourself out of this loop, it's skyrocketing. It's skyrocketing. I'm actually seeing these two figures as two parts of you. Okay, you can read this one of two ways. Take it how it resonates. Either these are two parts of yourself. This aspect of you is charging forth towards a new desire, a better, brighter future. But then there's this other part of you that's kind of stuck in the old painful storyline. So two parts of you are diverging, and therefore both of them might be speaking very loudly to you right now because they're moving in two different directions. Or this could be somebody else. You are definitely moving through the Chariot energy. If this is another person, you're parting ways. Let's just say it that way. You're parting ways, and there might be some pain involved. I don't know that I would say necessarily resentment, although some of you might resonate with that. Let's just say hurt feelings. Hurt feelings as you part ways. Hurt feelings as you get more and more clear on the new direction you want to head, and you kind of like leave them behind. But it's for the best. It is so for the best. Interesting. Let's look at your general energy. Show me Cancer. So you've become, or you are in the process of becoming, incredibly clear about a new desire that you have. It's like, burgeoning. The word burgeoning is coming to mind. Clarification of purpose, actually, now is what I'm hearing. Okay, we'll take both. The Star, the Queen of Cups, yep, and ooh, the Hermit at the bottom of the deck. I actually feel called to take, yeah, this wants to come out too, Death. Death to the Eight of Swords. Yep, okay. All right. You're healing yourself. You're ready to start healing yourself. I feel like that's what you're charging towards through the energy of the Chariot. You're charging towards your new North Star. And your North Star is something that you are intuitively, emotionally exquisitely connected to. It's an inner vision that you have, an inner vision that is a higher vision. You're connected to what is possible for you on the other side of some kind of deep, deep healing. And you're healing from not only this Nine of Wands, but the Eight of Swords, limiting beliefs that kept you stuck in a loop of pain, a karmic cycle within yourself, or maybe in a relationship. Okay. So yeah, this is incredible inward focus. Inward focus. The Hermit card is underlying everything in your energy. That means you're prioritizing yourself. You are prioritizing your own vision, your own forward movement, your own healing journey, your own intuitive knowing. There's kind of like a dual movement happening, like on one hand, or I would say underlying everything, there's this shedding, the Death card, the release of limiting beliefs, the release of what is no longer serving you. And because of that release, your new vision and your forward movement is accelerating. So it's going like that. Hopefully that makes sense. And of course, the Queen of Cups is, associated with you. It's water of water. And of course, the Chariot card is associated with Cancer. So you're very much swimming in your home element here because of your readiness to let something go, to walk away from someone or a pattern. And it's not necessarily easy, but I think deep down that intuitive knowing is like, it is lighting up within you that this clearing is alignment for you. Alignment doesn't always feel comfy, but it does come with a deep sense of knowing. Should we clarify any of this with Oracle? Yes. What do you want me to clarify, Spirit? The Chariot. Okay, let's go into the Chariot card a little bit. What exactly is it that Cancer is charging towards? The really cool thing about the Chariot, too, is you see how the Chariot is pulled by the white and the black sphinxes down at the bottom. Some people interpret that as, light and shadow, your conscious and your unconscious being on board with each other. So this is also integration, self-integration, deep shadow work that you are doing, or that you have done, which is now allowing you to move forward so quickly. Because when you have, it doesn't matter consciously what you think you want, when unconscious parts of you want something else entirely, you're pulling in two different directions and you feel stuck. So this kind of stuckness, anything in your life, energies of stuckness, they're like breaking up. Clarify the Chariot. Mind. There's that Eight of Swords. And love at the bottom of the deck. Well, yeah, I mean, that love card with the Queen of Cups as well, this is all heart-centered knowing. You're loving yourself. You're loving yourself, or in some capacity, you're ready to love yourself more than you ever have, and to choose your own healing and inner vision. That is what is allowing this unraveling of your mind, which is the escape. Actually, I'm getting the word escape from this. This is what is dying. I mean, these two together, they're made for each other. Show me Cancer. Let's clarify your general energy here with a couple of Oracle cards. Okay. Magic. Ooh. Magic and observe. Queen of Cups. Tears at the bottom of the deck. Yeah. The release. The release, the grief, there's a kind of elation that comes with the freedom of walking away from something that no longer serves you, but that doesn't mean it's not painful or not uncomfortable at all. So there is some kind of pain here, or at the very least an emotional release. An emotional release. I love how this Tears card is a rose, and you can so clearly see the thorns on the stem. Rose is self-love. It represents self-love, particularly through boundaries. The thorns are boundaries. So even if it's just on like a soul level or an unconscious level, something in you has changed, and your boundaries are more solid. That is self-love. That is self-love. And there's no going back from this. So what is no longer a match to you is releasing. Allow that emotional purging to happen. Okay. Magic and observe. The observe card, like I said, it's the Queen of Cups. This kind of stillness. See the meditating figure here? You're observing your own inner world. That's the Hermit. You're observing your own magic, or let's say your magic is building. I feel like that magic card is the inner vision of the star. You're working in tandem with your own energies, multiple energies, maybe spirit guides or other people. But you're working in tandem with multiple energies in order to build, or feed this inner vision that is burgeoning within you. This is a big transition. Okay. What is unhelpful for Cancer to be focused on right now? What does Cancer not need to focus on? What is unhelpful? Interesting. King of Cups. With Justice at the bottom of the deck. Now let me sit with that. Hang on. Something about these two figures together feel very tense. I'm getting the feeling that for many of you, there's potentially a male figure in your life, maybe a father figure. Take that how it resonates. As soon as that King of Cups came through, I felt like it was not you. It was literally another person. Of course, you are the Queen of Cups right now. So you're totally in your feminine. Totally. Which is fascinating because you'd think with the Chariot card, you'd be in your masculine, right? Like forward movement, explosive, right? But that's not necessarily true. You can be in the Chariot card energetically. You can be spiritually and energetically rocketing towards what you want while physically looking very still and being receptive and in your feminine. This King of Cups is not you. So it's either a male figure in your life who is kind of emotionally controlling. Maybe it's a father figure, maybe not. I'm not sure, but my heart feels weird. I don't like it. And it feels almost like there's maybe, this could be tied to one of the limiting beliefs in the Eight of Swords. You feeling like you have to, well, I'm hearing adjust to them. It's kind of like accommodate them or make them accommodate their vision for you. Okay? So I suppose you could interpret this as an internal part of you, this King of Cups. But I just don't feel like it is. So I'm not going to go there. But take it how it resonates. Tell me a little bit more about this. I don't know, like, there's somebody in your life who's confusing you because they have emotional issues. Oh gosh. It's making you second guess yourself. Someone's making you second guess yourself. Yeah, okay. Test. Wound. And noise. Okay, so this is some kind of wounding relative to masculine energy. Transform at the bottom of the deck. Thank you. Transform at the bottom. You do not need to focus on bringing justice to them, or making sure that you're accommodating their sense of justice, their desire for you, what they see as right or wrong. Okay, what this person sees as right or wrong is no longer your definition of right or wrong. This could be a woman who's just more forward in their masculine relative to you. But the first thing I heard when I flipped it over was father. So it's a challenge for you to not focus on this because it feels like their energy is very dominating, or it has been very dominating in your life for a long time. But you're ready to transform this. You're no longer so identified with this other person's sense of morality even, or what they think is emotionally correct. It has wounded you. You see now how taking on their concept or concepts, it has caused you pain. And now that you see it for what it is becoming just noise. You're detaching from it. It is just noise. Okay, wow. That threw me there. Is because of the energy. The energy of this person just is not meshing with you, your truth. So what should Cancer focus on? What would be the most helpful for Cancer to focus on? Ha! King of Swords. You making a decision based on your perception of truth. You being more objective, not only about this other person and how they've affected you over time and how much you were identified with them or trying to accommodate them, right? But also the truth of yourself. 5 of Wands at the bottom of the deck. Okay, well, I'm hearing don't take crap. It's another word I'm hearing, but you know what I mean. You're going to have to ruffle some feathers with this person, or maybe multiple people. You're going to have to ruffle some feathers. The truth that you see, it's pure, it's clear, it's in resonance, it is in integrity with who you are and who you are becoming. And making some kind of very powerful decision, 1919, based on this truth that you see, it's going to shake things up. Might shake things up, but that's what Spirit wants you to do. Don't back down from shaking things up if things need to be shaken up. The King of Cups here, it's not the person I feel like you're leaving behind in the 9 of Wands. There's multiple relationships in your life right now that are going through a really big reshuffle. Give me 1 second. Yeah, it feels like you're juggling multiple relationship reorientations at once, and they're all connected in this underlying web. So as soon as one relationship in your life changes, it's like the string gets pulled and suddenly this one starts changing here, even if they seem unrelated on the surface. Clarify this. What is helpful for Cancer to focus on? I don't know, something about eating. Eating? I just got like, this is so random, but whatever. Okay, I saw a sandwich in my mind. What is this? Well, the food, it's like grounding, nourishing, healing. It feels like just a representation of you taking really good care of yourself, putting yourself first, but very specifically relative to your physical body. So, I don't know, make sure you're taking good care of your body, staying grounded in your body, nourishing your body with really, it's almost like hearty foods. Breathe, and it's lungs. Yeah, your physical body. Ooh, well, okay. Hang on. Oh, and expand at the bottom of the deck with another image of a body. And you know what just happened? I just pushed my, I'll just show you. I have like a card holder thingy here that I like to use because otherwise I'm just looking straight down at the ground the whole time. I just knocked it and a bunch of cards fell off of it. It doesn't matter. So now I'm just like, the breathe and the expand card are the only thing I'm seeing. This is part of the message of what you need to focus on. Definitely breathe deeper. Breathe deeper. In order to expand your soul, it's time to embrace your body more in some way. The connection between the soul and the body. Well, your truth is in your body, right? Let me put all this together. The King of Swords and the Five of Wands, making a decision to stand for your truth, being willing to ruffle some feathers. In order to support yourself doing that, breathing deeply, expanding into your body, that's going to be one of the most supportive things you can do to help you stand your ground as you stand up for yourself. Okay? And there is this beautiful message here about the connection between deepening into your body is soul expansion, right? The more present you are in your own skin, the more your aura takes up space. It's a declaration. This is a declaration of self through the decision that you're going to make and this body work that you're being called to do. What is this truth? No, what is the decision here, or the declaration that Cancer is ready to make? What decision or declaration is Cancer ready to make? There's something that needs to get out of your space. Person, place, or thing, I don't know. I would do kind of like an objective, King of Swords, objective kind of assessment of your physical space. Your physical space. And also your auric space. The Breathe card makes me think of meditation as well. Do like an aura scan. Energy work on yourself, pulling out anybody's energy that is not yours. Return to sender, right? But then also in your physical space, do some kind of a scan and clear out objects. Oh, now I'm hearing itinerary. So maybe your schedule, the way you flow through your day, the way you've structured your day, maybe that is consciously or unconsciously based on how this King of Cups thinks you should be structuring your day. But yeah, anyway, scan your space for objects that are holding the energy of somebody else. Okay, the Emperor, yeah, and the Sun. Oh yeah, talk about taking up space. And the Lovers as well. Oh, we're taking all of it. And the Fool. Eight of Wands. All at the bottom of the deck. Wow. Declaration of sovereignty. Declaration of personal space. Declaration to others and to yourself that you are ready to begin again. I'm hearing declaration that no one and nothing, no circumstances will ever dim your light. You're ready to begin again. And when you declare this, at least to yourself, if not to somebody else, it's part of clearing your space. The declaration is part of clearing your space. The intention is what clears your space physically and energetically. And once it's clear, things move so fast, tying all the way back to the Chariot card. You're ready to move fast. You're actually quite ready to evolve rapidly and expand rapidly. It's interesting that, you know, the Queen of Cups is in your general energy right now, which it should be. That feels aligned. But the decision that you're ready to make is the Emperor. It's like because you're so connected to your feminine knowing and this amazing kind of self-care, self-love energy, that's activating your masculine energy to stand up, to maybe defend yourself, ruffle those feathers, not back down. It's almost like there's going to be a face-off here between your inner Emperor and whoever that King of Cups is. I don't know who that is, but they're coming across as like very emotionally invested in you, but they've got their own issues. They've got kind of like a secret agenda. I'm not going to read them. If you know, you know. Okay. Let's just pull one more oracle card. Guide. And surrender at the bottom of the deck. Yep, this is clarifying the decision that you know you need to make. It's almost like, you know, you telling someone. I feel like a lot of you are going to be saying the words to somebody else in some capacity. Hey, I know I've been doing this thing for a long time. I've been accommodating you for a long time, or I've been moving in this certain way, doing these things for a long time, but it's just, this is not me anymore. I'm going over here. I'm going over here. I'm surrendering to the new path. And so goodbye, maybe goodbye for some of you, or at least, you know, if you don't like it, too bad. It's like that kind of energy. Okay, so any last advice, Spirit? Any last advice or more specific advice? Cancer. Three of Cups. Seven of Cups. Ooh, and the Devil at the bottom of the deck. Well, the Three of Cups is certainly, again, pointing to the nature of your relationships changing from the Three of Cups to the Seven of Cups. You know, your inner circle is expanding. That doesn't necessarily mean that you're literally accumulating more friends, or the quantity of people in your life is increasing, although for some of you that might be the case. It's just more so that you're emotionally opening up to a new slew, I'm hearing, a new slew of relationships. The old inner circle, it's fizzling out, okay? The Devil, there's just, I feel like Spirit is saying, don't be afraid to look at parts of yourself that you have been afraid to admit exist in the past. There's a shadow here within you, and definitely within other people, but we're going to stay focused on you. As this reorientation in your relationships is happening, this transformation, I mean, death came up, right? There's shadow that comes up in you and other people. And Spirit really wants you to embrace whatever shadows arise throughout this process. What is the Devil? The Devil is also about the power of your body, your sensuality, your body's cues, your knowing, taking care of your physical body. Whoa, the Tower. And the Two of Swords. The end of some kind of indecision. You have been telling yourself in some way that you don't know. I'm not sure. I'm feeling wishy-washy, or avoiding making a decision. Maybe it's the decision that I just talked about a little bit. Avoiding making a decision. But the only reason that you felt like you don't know what you want or what is right for you is because actually there's an aspect of you that has been suppressed. The aspect of you that absolutely knows what it wants. 100,000%. 3232 on the timer, which reduces to 5-5. Yeah. Yeah. So maybe you consciously have always identified more with the qualities of nurturing, the qualities of feminine energy, softness, compassion, and understanding. The shadow aspect of the Queen of Cups is manipulation. It's like distorting becoming so soft and malleable to nurture other people that you just lose yourself. And in the past, maybe that has led you to believe that you're not really sure of who you are. You don't really know what you want. I want this and I want that, so I'm just not going to make a decision at all, right? This Two of Swords. That is getting obliterated, because now Spirit is inviting you to see, actually, there's an aspect of you that's been suppressed for a very long time that doesn't have that problem because it knows what it wants. And even though this is coming up through the Devil card, it is a part of you that is supremely self-loving and therefore loving. Self-love is love. Self-love is love, right? So you might be lining up with a Tower card moment through self-love. That happens a lot. What might manifest in the next few months if Cancer does this? Embraces the reorientation of their inner circle and their relationships, owns the part of them that does not question themselves. The Empress. And, ooh, Four of Pentacles at the bottom. Yeah, this is well, I'm hearing kind of, it's like self-protection or self-preservation. It's like a divine energetic cocoon. This is you having super strong, unshakable boundaries, right? Four of Pentacles. You're not getting in unless I choose to let you in. It's the thorns on the rose. And because of this underlying energy of strong boundaries, you can be in your Empress energy. You're going to feel more creative. You might be inspired to birth something in the world completely new that you just did not have access to before, or you weren't ready to create before. How beautiful is it that it's the Empress, and this decision that you're going to make is represented by the Emperor. You making this decision for yourself is going to activate your own Empress energy. And of course, she's associated with the body, the physical body. So this could be improved physical health, having more energy, feeling more grounded and comfortable in your own skin, not wavering or second guessing yourself. This is beautiful. Let's get a journal prompt for you from my journal prompt deck, which, by the way, my journal prompt deck, I'm sure most of you know, it is available for sale now on my website, which is ravenrelics.com. The link is everywhere. So if you want to own a copy of this journal prompt deck for yourself, you can. All right, journal prompt for Cancer. If you could go 5 years into the past and give yourself one piece of advice, what would you say? Whatever that is something that you need to hear now. And then at the bottom of the deck, is your fear a sign that something is wrong for you or something is right for you? How do you know the difference? Love it. Love it. Takes me back to that 9 of Wands and the grief or the emotional release in the Tears card. This transformation you're going through is not going to be, this amazing bubbles and rainbows feeling thing all the time, even though I think it may at times feel that way. You might be experiencing moments of fear, like flare-ups of fear, second-guessing yourself again. So how do you know? How do you know if the fear you feel is an indication that you're in alignment or out of alignment? Because both can happen. I think the only way ultimately you can know is by going into that fear, asking yourself introspective questions relative to the fear. Talking to your fear like it's another person and understanding where it's coming from. Unraveling that is incredibly revealing. Let's get a closing message from Into the Lonely Woods. Closing message for Cancer. I'm looking at that looking at the breathe card with lungs. I just heard thistle. Something about the energy of thistle, like working with that plant spirit could be helpful. I don't know off the top of my head what it's about. Number 43. Oh, it's so beautiful. Oh, the ending that opens the space for the beginning. Let's see what the guidebook says. You finally came to that place after so much grief and denial that it would be better for you to let go than to continue to hold on. And so you did. You watched it leave, and it never once looked back at you or returned to your hands. Then you began to find a way back to the self you lost when all your energy was poured into the need to stay connected. That's exactly what I was saying. A beginning is on its way, made more magical and beautiful because you made space for it. The self that held on so tight had no space to receive. Now you know that when you let go, space is made, and into that space will walk the wonder. Oh, it's going to make me cry. Oh, it's so beautiful. I'm literally getting a lump in my throat. Thank you for letting me read for you, Cancer. This was so much fun. I hope it was helpful or at least thought-provoking. If you have any questions or comments, leave them down below. I'd love to hear from you. And of course, I'll be putting those journal prompts in the description box along with several others. Be sure to check them out. They'll help you to process everything and take your inner work a little bit deeper. The link to my website and everything else will also be in the description box, okay? All right. I love you so much, and I'll see you next time. Bye.